You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have smashed that like button and subscribe to our channel for new story. Story title, The Three Green Twigs. Nestled in the foothills of a vast mountain range, surrounded by the thick woods of ancient trees, lived a hermit known for his deep devotion to God. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, he would undertake the arduous task of carrying 2 large buckets of water up the rugged mountain paths. The mountain's peak was buffeted by unrelenting winds and suffered from a severe lack of water, making life harsh for its flora and fauna. The hermit's daily pilgrimage provided much-needed relief not only to the thirsty wild birds that circled overhead, but also to all the living beings on the mountain. The hermit's unwavering piety eventually caught the attention of a celestial being, an angel sent by God to watch over him. This angel, invisible to the eyes of ordinary men, accompanied the hermit on his daily ascents, counting his every step, a silent guardian in his solitary toil. At the end of each day's journey, much like the raven sent to feed the prophet Elijah, the angel provided the hermit with sustenance, miraculously appearing with food and drink to reward him for his faith and dedication. Years passed, and the hermit aged. His once brisk step slowed, and his shoulders stooped under the weight of the water, yet his spirit remained as determined as ever. One fateful day, as he trudged along his usual path, he noticed in the distance a crowd gathered around a man being led to the gallows. Without thinking, the hermit muttered, "That man deserves his fate." That night, for the first time, the angel did not come, and no food was provided. Alarmed and bewildered by the angel's absence, the hermit lay on the cold forest floor, his mind racing with thoughts of what sin he could have committed to lose God's favor. He fasted, praying fervently for a sign or some guidance. As he lay in anguish, he heard the melodious song of a bird. The song was so pure and joyful that it only deepened his sorrow. "Oh, little bird," he cried out, "your song fills the air with beauty. If only I knew how I have wronged God, so I might make amends and find peace." To his astonishment, the bird responded, "You have judged unjustly. You condemned a man to his fate, usurping the role of God, who alone has the right to judge. But fear not, for if you truly repent, God will forgive you." Just then, the angel reappeared, not with food, but with the barren twig in hand. "Take this twig," the angel instructed, "and care for it as you have cared for the mountain. When it sprouts 3 green twigs, you will know God's forgiveness. Until then, you must carry it everywhere, and place it under your pillow at night. Wander the land, begging for your sustenance, and never stay in the same place twice. This is your penance." The hermit accepted the twig with humility and set off into the world once more, his life of isolation replaced by one of wandering. He approached each house with hope, asking only for bread and a place to rest, but was often met with closed doors and cold hearts. His faith was tested, but he persevered, the twig a constant reminder of his need for redemption. One particularly harsh day, after being turned away by every door he knocked upon, the hermit found himself deep in the woods as night fell. There, he discovered a hidden cave where an old woman lived. Despite her initial reluctance, fearful of her 3 violent sons who were out robbing travelers, she allowed the hermit to stay, moved by his gentle demeanor and the divine mission he shared. That night, under the dim glow of the fire, the hermit slept uneasily beneath the stairs, the twig his only comfort. When the old woman's sons returned, noisy and boisterous from their exploits, they were shocked to find a stranger in their midst. Their anger abated only when their mother explained the hermit's quest for forgiveness, touching a chord within them. Intrigued, the robbers demanded the hermit tell them his story. As he recounted his life, his devotion, and his momentary lapse in judgment, the robbers listened intently, their hearts stirred by the hermit's humility and the grave consequences of his single harsh judgment. The story filled them with a profound fear of their own misdeeds, and by morning, they too sought to change their ways. As dawn broke, they found the hermit lifeless, his journey on earth completed. Miraculously, from the twig under his head sprouted 3 vibrant green twigs, an undeniable sign of divine forgiveness. The robbers, transformed by the hermit's faith and their own newfound remorse, buried him beneath the tree he had nourished, marking his grave with the twig. The 3 green twigs stood not only as a testament to the hermit's redemption, but also as a beacon of hope for all who sought forgiveness and a new beginning. If you like the story, please give this video a like. For more stories, go to bedtimedreamytales.com. See you in the next story.